Hey guys, how are you doing? I woke up today feeling super anxious. I woke up with that pit in my stomach and like a heaviness in my chest. And I just woke up sort of mourning the loss of normal life. It was weird going into another week of this new normal, but I wasn't handling it very well this morning. I was short with my kids. I was feeling super agitated. And as I was evaluating, like, why am I feeling this way today? I realized I've kind of gotten out of the habit of my morning routine that has been something I've been doing for a couple of years now, at least, that has really helped me, not just to sort of transform my mornings, but to really transform my life. I know that sounds dramatic, but it really is. It's just a perfect example of small and simple things making a really big impact when done consistently. And the consistent part is what I was struggling with. We've gotten out of some of our normal routines around here. And so my mornings have looked a little bit different. So I recommitted to doing the things I know help me. And I thought I would share them with you as well. These are not my own suggestions. These come from the book, The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. And I really recommend that book if you get a chance to check it out. You can find Hal Elrod Miracle Morning stuff kind of everywhere on social media. So if you want a more in-depth explanation than what I'm about to give you, definitely check that out. I don't know about you, but I am the kind of person who really, really likes having something to look forward to. I always sort of have a thing on the horizon that gives me a little motivation, something to keep me excited when I'm feeling a little humdrum. I really operate well with something to look forward to. And one of the things that has happened with this current pandemic is the feeling of, when can I ever look forward to something again? For example, we were supposed to be in Austria this week. My husband and I were going to take our kids on this grand adventure. We've had it planned for probably 9 months. And, it feels like not only was that plan changed, but all the plans all of us have. So one of the tools I'm going to share with you really helps combat that feeling of not having that thing to look forward to. And I'm going to get to it. But first, I'm going to tell you about the 6 steps that are outlined in the Miracle Morning. They have the acronym of SAVERS. The first S stands for silence. So this would be meditation or prayer. I love praying. It's part of my daily routine, but something I have come to value as much as prayer is meditation. And for me, the difference is in prayer, I'm usually the one doing all the talking. But in meditation, I get a chance to really quiet my mind and just listen. I have a little squirrel that lives on a wheel in my brain that's like going a million miles an hour all the time. My brain is always trying to think 3 steps ahead. I just can get really out of control with my thoughts. And the practice of meditation has really helped me to teach my brain to quiet down. But there are tons of resources out there. There are meditations on YouTube. There are some great apps like Meditation Timer or Calm. If you like to do it with music, if you want some guided imagery, there's just so many options. And that has become one of my most treasured routines in the morning, is beginning that day with a quiet, still mind and a prayer. And it makes a huge difference in the rest of the day. When I don't do that, I feel it. So the A in SAVERS is for affirmations. Affirmations are something I use throughout the day when I feel myself getting derailed or frustrated or having thoughts that are not what I want to be thinking. It really helps me to have sort of a go-to affirmation or a mantra, however you want to say it, that kind of brings me back to how I want to feel. Those could be anything like the outside world can't affect my inner peace, or I trust that everything is happening for a reason and that I can handle whatever it is, or I can do hard things and have joy in the process. Whatever it is that's an anchoring thought for you, those are really helpful to have and to start your day with. The third letter in SAVERS is V for visualization. Now, this is the one I was alluding to before. The power of visualization for me is being able to harness the feeling of having already done that thing or experience that thing or become that thing that I want to do. I can visualize the feeling of having accomplished something or experiencing something, and I can sort of bring the joy from the future right to me now. And being able to conjure feelings on purpose is really powerful. And this is what helps me when I feel like I don't have um, maybe like an attainable goal in sight, or something feels really far away, or I have no idea how something is going to come into play. I can just really use my imagination and visualize and feel the feelings of it. And I can have joy just from imagining it. That's pretty powerful, isn't it? We all have that ability right now. Okay, the next E in savers is exercise. Now, I will not go into depth on this. We all have our own thoughts and feelings on exercise. My husband, for example, is a workout fiend. He loves lifting heavy things and competition and just pushing himself to the limit, and he thrives off that. So that's something that he carves out time for because he loves it. If someone were to make me do that, I feel like I would just curl up in the fetal position in a corner and cry. I'm more of like a nature walk kind of a gal. So I think the main key to exercise is to find something that you love to do and that doesn't just fuel your body, but fuels your mind. We'll just leave that one there. All right, the R in savers is for reading. And just scrolling on your phone maybe doesn't count as reading. Reading is something that actually uplifts you, whether it be just studying something you're interested in. For me, a daily practice is scripture reading. I find a lot of answers, a lot of clarity, a lot of hope in reading my scriptures. And so that is something I will read every day. But hey, a great novel is an awesome idea right now too. Something that just sort of transports your mind to a whole other world sounds pretty great sometimes. So making time for reading. The last S in savers is for scribing, which is just a fancy word for writing. Making time to write. Whether you just write down 10 things you're grateful for, or even why today was really hard, or maybe it's a thank you note to somebody who helped you out. Putting your thoughts to paper is also really powerful. So those 6 steps of the savers are what constitute this miracle morning. And I will admit, I don't always do all of them in the morning before my family wakes up, but I will say that I have found such a huge difference if I can just wake up earlier than everyone else and just get my morning going, having that time to meditate, that time to read, that time to write, that time to exercise. It makes such a huge difference. Even though it feels like a sacrifice to give up that sleep in the morning, it's totally worth it. When I do, I can feel the impact in my life for sure. Wherever you can fit this in, I feel like we could all benefit from kind of going through this checklist of tools that really helps center and ground and uplift us. So I hope you are hanging in there. I'm thinking of you. Have a great day, and we will talk soon.